Hey y'all. Are you wondering how the upcoming presidential election might affect the housing market? I'm Lou Gordon with Century 21 Revolution in Cambridge, and here today I'm going to talk about some statistical data going into and following election years. So, in general, you see sales slow down a little bit in November on the year of an election, but then they tend to bounce back after that. And most of the stats that you're going to see are temporary changes in the market that happen in the year leading up to the election and then the year following the election. And we'll break these down into three categories. So, number one, in 9 out of the last 11 presidential elections, there was an uptick in sales in the year following the election. So, what that means is there were slightly fewer sales in the election year nationwide and slightly more sales in the year following the election, with the exceptions here being 1980 for the first Reagan administration and 1988 for George H.W. Bush. Now, the second point that tends to change are the mortgage rates. You see a slight decrease in mortgage rates in the time leading up to an election. So, generally, from about July through November of an election year, you'll see a slight decrease in mortgage rates. And this bore out in about 8 out of the previous 11 presidential elections. Now, the final item is price. And with the pricing, you generally see an uptick in prices following the year of an election. And this bore out in 7 out of the last 8 presidential elections, with the one exception, and this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, being 2008, that prices went down in 2009 for Obama's first term in office, following obviously the 2008 housing market crash. So, all of these stats, while they are somewhat predictable, they're generally temporary. While markets don't like uncertainty in general, you shouldn't see huge changes as a result of this upcoming election. If you have questions or if you'd like to discuss this further, I'd love for you to reach out. We're always available for a consult, and I'd love to find out how our team could bring our expertise to bear for you. Look forward to talking to you soon.